Hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today you're going to see how to plan a laundry room step by step, and on the end we will also make an AI rendering. So if there are any questions, just let me know in the chat or later on YouTube on the comments. So, all right, first of all, you see already our laundry room, and we click on the eye and we turn on the measurements and the touch points, and we turn off the room. And now we click on File and start a new project. We don't need to save it yet. And we are starting with our default cabinet. You see I already made some changes of the room. So, but yeah, if you want, you can change the height of the room if you type on a dimension for the height or the width of the room and so on. So later on, we will also add a door on the room, but we start now with our first cabinet, and our first cabinet has the same width as the room. So we click on here, and on the bottom left corner, the window is opening, and here we change the width of the cabinet to 1500 millimeter as well. And the height keeps the same, but the depth of the cabinet would be 800. And we need to be on a room tab. Yeah, here we can also change the back panel, but it is all right, the same as the plinth. So, but we want to have here on the left and right side a trim. Yeah, you see we have here no gap between the room and the cabinet. You see also the dimension for the cabinet and the dimension for the area in the cabinet. So, but if we activate here the trim on the left side, you see the cabinet itself gets smaller. We are doing it on the left and right side. Yeah, here we can also define the offset. It's 2 millimeters, that's all right. So, yeah, that is our base. Yeah, on the top we don't need a trim because we put on this cabinet another cabinet, and therefore we are using the copy function. So we go here on a smart click on the top left corner on the top. We click on here and we say cabinet copy. So we copy this cabinet and we get the same. So, but we change here the height to 900, yeah, from 1800 to 900. And here in the second cabinet, we don't want to have a plinth. So we go on a drop-down menu for the plinth and say no plinth. And what you also see, because they are snapped to each other, the cabinets, you see the trim on the left side is connected, yeah, as well as on the right side. Yeah, so the trims from the bottom and top cabinet, they are connected. So that's why it's useful to use a copy function. And here on top, we want to have trim. So we click on the drop-down menu for the trim and say activate it on the cabinet. And here we also type in offset 2. And here we want to have a height of 50. So yeah, then our cabinet, our base is well done. And we have defined the back, the plinth, and the trim on top and on the sides, and that's why we go from the cabinet tab to the division tab, and we're starting with a division. So first of all, we have a bottom and top, one vertical. So we just drag it and drop it in here. And then we are continuing with horizontal here on the left side as well as on the right side. So you see the area, they are related in relation one to each other, but we can change it, and therefore we go on a smart click of the area. Yeah, every area has here on the top left corner a green smart click. So we click on here and we can change the height here. Yeah, here you see it's number 1. That means the bottom and right areas, they are related in relation one to each other. And here we type in 300 and confirming it with enter. And then this area has a height of 300. So then we are continuing. Yeah, we want to have here in this area vertical more, and then here later on we put in some shelves, and on the top it's all right like this. We keep it like this, and now we go from the division tab to the interior tab, and here we want to have 3 adjustable shelves. Yeah, so if you want to have on top here one, we can also put one on top. And then we go from the interior tab to the front tab, and we want to have here a double door, and we drag and drop this double door in this area where we want to have it. Yeah, you see it here in a preview how it looks. So if you go over a divider, you see it automatically catches the bigger area. Yeah, so in this case we want to keep this area on the bottom right corner empty. So that's why we just drop it here on a vertical, and we get here our double door. And here on the top, we want to have a double door on the left as well as on the right side. And here on the bottom right corner, we want to have a drawer. So we just drag it and drop it in here. And these areas, we keep it empty for the laundry and dryer machine. And yeah, that means we are going to the third cabinet. Therefore, we go back to the cabinet tab, and here we click on a drop-down menu for the cabinet, and here we can type in the width, the height, and the depth of the cabinet. It should be a bit more narrow, so it's 250 millimeter, and here we have a distance to the left from 100, and we just drag it and drop it here on the left wall, and here we are. So we don't have a divider here, we just have 5 adjustable shelves. And then we are almost done. Here I forgot here a trim on top. So we just drag and drop a trim over the double door. So it's also here related in relation 1 to 1. We could change it. Here's the height. Yeah, also like to 350 if we want to have it. Yeah. All right. Now we are done with the planning. So that means we click here on eye and we turn off the smart clicks and measurements. And we can now turn on the room. And here we can add the door. Therefore, we need to go on a room tab. And to add a door, we go here on the drop-down menu for a door. Otherwise, you can also choose a window or a cutout. But here we want to have a door. We define here the distance to the left is 1200. The height is 210. And the width should be 900. And then we just drag it and drop it here on the right wall. And here we get a door. Yeah. If you go here on the material tab and you type, you see here also, if you scroll through, we get here also different types of doors. So yeah, but for presentation, it's okay. If you use AI presentation, where we go next, yeah, it doesn't matter too much what type of door you're using. Yeah, but now we are done. And if you click here on data export on the top right corner, we get also the cutting list. It takes a little bit to load it. Here you can also choose your layout. You have different layouts. I choose now the cutting list. And here's our cutting list. So yeah, usually we are done. But if you want to have a photorealistic picture for your customer, we can start now the AI rendering. Therefore, I will close here the cutting list. And here it's for the AI rendering, it's also matters, not just the prompt, also the perspective and how much did you zoom in and zoom out. Yeah, it matters if you have it like this or like this. Yeah. So let's keep it like this. And then we click here on File, go to the screenshot, and here we are click on KI rendering or AI, means AI rendering. Now we're clicking here. Then the screenshot is done. You see here the screenshot, and here's a prompt in German language. I deleted and I prepared this prompt. Yeah, I just copy it and paste it, and I am also reading it for you. So yeah, I just click Control V to paste it. So here I wrote down, create a photorealistic interior representation of the room based on the photo I am sending. Here's a screenshot. The room is a laundry room, and in a large open compartment of the cabinet on the center of the wall, there should be a washing machine at the bottom left and a dryer above it in the cabinet. Yeah. So here should be a washing machine and above that a dryer. So it's also important the washing machine and dryer are large enough to fill the entire open area. Yeah, we don't want to have a gap here. So a few laundry and household items should be placed on a narrow shelf on the left wall. Yeah, here we want to have something in it. All right. Then, where we are. So the shelf, cabinet, and room remain exactly as they are. Yeah, we don't want to have any changes made by the tolerance of the AI. So only a full laundry basket should be placed on the floor. Yeah, that we have something for photorealistic. So the laundry room has no windows. It's also important to let the AI that know has no windows, and the lights on the ceiling are not visible. Yeah, you see, I have done it because um, we don't wanna give the light so much attention. Yeah, we want to focus on a cabinet. So there's a panel on the top left of the cabinet on the middle wall. Yeah, that is here the trim. Uh, Please add horizontal ventilation slots there. Yeah, we want to have some slots there for ventilation. And yeah, then we we don't have to choose your type. Now, what's important is that we use here the Pro, yeah, Google Banana Pro. And here you need to activate the checkbox that, yeah, that you are no personal, yeah, like a face, that there are no faces to see. Yeah, it's just for the, uh, the rights, to save the rights for personality. So now we click on Start, and you see the file is already created, but it needs to be developed now. And we're waiting a few seconds to let Google Banana Pro render it. So here we can now see the result, and I go now in the TrunCAD folder. So see software TrunCAD 20XX. And you see here on the top, it's just created a minute ago. Yeah, we have here our rendering. Yeah, you see here the screenshot we have here, left and right side, a big frame. You can also, yeah, use here the snipping tool. Yeah, click here on new, and you can make it how you want to have it. Yeah, now we got a nice picture. So I minimize it. So, and I want to have this one. We also can save it. Yeah, but yeah, now we have well made, it's well done. So I also want to show you, if we make some changes, how this looks. Yeah, for example, if we just we need to close it, and we scroll a bit out. Yeah, we click now on File again, go on Screenshot, AI rendering. So I just paste the same prompt. Oh, I want to do this. So yeah, I paste the same prompt, and it's all the same, just we zoomed out and we start the KI rendering again, and we will see the difference. So now it's done. We click on OK. Yeah, you see it here in the preview. Okay, it's all right. It's actually pretty good, better than I expected. I show you some other examples. Now, if we started, because in the preparation I made, that is our lastest one. Yeah, that's also pretty good because we can make a cutout. So yeah, you see here that was in the preparation. The AI just made the room bigger, and okay, there it was a different prompt. I didn't, yeah, it's this part I show you. I didn't say here, shelf cabinet and room remain except as they are. Yeah, so I didn't add this. That's why the AI made here a change. So yeah, but here, for example, in this case, it was uh, in a not so good position, and then the AI just extended the room. But also, if you have this, you can make your cutout how you want to have it. So I just wanted to show you that it matters, the perspective, it's mattering. Yeah, but this is also fine. Yeah, that is also nice. All right, now we we have now a nice result. Yeah, I just show you here again on the right side AI rendering, and on the left side the TrunCAD. So I thank you for your attention and wish you lots of fun to learn it yourself, and see you next time. So take care. Bye bye.